ritual killings, kidnappings, and the rising escalation, among young people. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen stories out there in the media about young people kidnapped by their fellow students. And, unfortunately, on two that I know about, both people lost their lives. They were killed. And the gory details of what came out from those incidents, it's a bit worrying because now there's just a lot out there whereby you have to worry about certain aspects of security in Nigeria. Now we're talking about something a bit now, grounded, whereby a student goes to school and one of the colleagues is thinking of, kidnapping and doing all of that. It's quite worrying.
How did we get to this point, though?
Exact question.
So I'll tell you how we got to this point.
Okay.
We got here because the people that were supposed to protect and serve the Nigerian citizens failed them. Because kidnapping in Nigeria became a sort of business.
Became normal.
Became a norm in terms of grab, hold, ransom, pay, release. And the ransoms were outrageous sums that were being paid or negotiations were being made. So it became a business when people saw, because I've never seen a society whereby a kidnapping can happen on a daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis, and nothing is being done about it.
Absolutely.
If it had been nipped in the bud from the very first time that a certain section of the country involved themselves in kidnapping and people were dealt with, nobody would have ventured into it in the first place.
Yeah.
The same way for terrorism. There's a way you treat these things that you can just cap it immediately.
People see that, okay, you know what?
People say, oh, you guys did this and got this from the government, got these from... It's so bad now that family members are kidnapping themselves.
Oh, I'm going to share a story once Dek tells us what he wants. I'm going to share a very funny story. This happened here. It's very funny, but I'm going to share that story.
Yeah,
it happened here.
Okay, so guys, let me. I mean, I'm so glad that you actually went there. I mean, I didn't know if I wanted to go the political way, because if I go political, it's always very chaotic. Now the thing is this, right? You see, I always say one of our problems in Nigeria is orientational.
Yeah.
Thoughts. It starts in the mind.
Everything starts in the mind, though.
It starts in the mind. Why? You mentioned about the fact that, kidnapping is now a lucrative business in Nigeria because the government has remained complacent with, the happenings around us.
True.
Let me cast our minds back to the early 1990s. Do you remember that they used to do firing squad at Bar Beach? People used to watch. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was something else.
Do you remember that people, the likes of Oyenusi,
they will show
they will show you, like, you will watch where people are, they will face you with gun and they will fire you, like the family of the person will be crying and all of that. It serves as a deterrent to every other. Look, let me tell you something. The moment you realize that if you do this thing, there are going to be consequences for it, you will never try it. Yeah. Or if you're going to try it, you will be ready to what? To face the consequences.
Yeah.
Now, let's leave that aside. Let's come back to the children. I mean, these young guys.
Oh, man, come on.
Everybody wants to drive a Mercedes without working.
There's people like you that started it now. You're driving Benz.
Yeah, the one peppering people.
No.
It's your fault.
You know the good part. No, Olamide, look.
You have Benz, you have bike.
I drive hold on. I drive a good car because I worked hard. You know about this.
Yes. Very true.
Yeah.
I work hard for every penny I make. Look,
Premium
so
MC.
We're not just talking about, look, when I talk to young people, and look, most of the people who I train, I tell them, look, you will work hard for every penny that you make.
Nobody's going to hand anything over to you.
There's no hand me down. Yeah. I worked as an apprentice to people as well.
But young people don't want to hear that, though.
But the problem now is that the orientation, which takes me back to orientation, is the fact that there's a faster route to get to where we're going to. Why do we need to work? What do we need to do?
Do that.
Let's go to one Baba now. That Baba say if we do ritual, we go get money. Nobody go catch us now. You get one of your girlfriend will be say we no like. Maybe we use them now.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something.
The question is this.
This thing keeps happening.
It's interesting that you've gone there.
I'm telling
because,
you.
Rich Uncle, I want to ask you this. I know we had this conversation sometime when Mazino was still on the show. And I remember we talked about whether, you know, jazz, I think that's what we termed it, jazz was real or not. I know Mazino kept saying, I don't believe in jazz and all of that. But if it isn't real, why are more people getting involved in it today?
So your perception of reality will always be your perception of reality. It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's false, right? The truth is, first of all, I like to look at everything from a logical standpoint. So if somebody can help you get rich, which is what I always tell people, like, okay, nobody making $100,000 a week or a month would want to teach you how to make $100,000 a week for 2K.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's the way I see life. So if I have to go to one baba that says, oh, don't worry, go and bring one girl's head and bring this, and I'll teach you how to get rich. If he knows how to get it, he will do it. He won't be the baba.
Exactly.
That's the way I see life.
Yeah.
Right? But there are a lot of young people that are not enlightened. And like he rightfully said, young people, as far as I'm concerned, they're hustling backwards. They're hustling backwards. Yes, they're hustling backwards because they think that it took you 10 years to get from here to here. I don't have to spend 10 years to get from here to here. I can just go like this.
Yeah, short route.
Microwave success. So everybody wants it now. I mean,
and by the way, Rich Uncle too drives a Mercedes, by the way. just putting that
Casted.
out there. Also drives a Benz too.
Casted. Which he worked really hard for.
He worked really hard for.
No, I don't even need to add
It was the working hard that made him go to Lebanon.
So I don't even have to add that part. So the reality of life remains that. The reality of life is, you know what it is. You know, there's no shortcuts. Like, just understand it.
There's no.
When you started working here, you were not a presenter. young people, young people want to start from the top. You can't start from the top.
Yeah, true.
Bro, let me blow your mind.
Rise to the ranks.
As in, see, this life is just very funny, bro. This young guy walks up to me and tells me that, bros, please, I like to work with you. I just want to be following you up and down. Please teach me how to go and all of that.
Just put me on, basically.
Bro, I took this guy out to one event, not two.
He will not come back.
One event. This guy took my name. He started, saying that's his name and all of that. I was like, one event, me. He took my name. He started talking the way I talk. He started, doing the things I do. In fact, he literally went to meet the event planner that gave me the job and said that he can do the job cheaper.
So
the event planner reached out to me and said that your boy
acting out of line.
Doesn't know how many years we've been working together, so I will skip you and then go and meet your boy.
No, but that's how
so for me, like you said, they're hustling backwards. Everybody wants to be something like that. Nobody wants to toil for anything. Nobody wants to work hard. I mean, the very essence of working hard has left this country. You don't understand what I'm saying. I mean, back in the day, we used to celebrate apprenticeship. We used to celebrate people who used to offer services.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know that Igbo concept thing where you pick up one of your uncle's children, train them, settle them, they become something. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
We could keep talking about this.